It's not okay. Oh, this will be displayed now in the channel. No, when I click live only, it will display there.
No, when you go live, it will display.
I'm going live. It's 6.
Keep your mobile for charts.
Keep my phone there. That is PPT. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to online refresher course for verbal ability. Let us check how many of them have logged in. So in today's class, we'll be looking at basic of grammar, that is tenses. In the previous classes, we have already seen subject verb agreement, error spotting, sentence correction, verbal analogy, and one word substitution. So those were part 1. In this week, we will be having the same topics with much more difficulty level and few other concepts that we have left out. So today we'll begin with our basic topic, tenses. Tenses is a very interesting topic because most people will always think tense is just time. We are going to talk about the past, present and future. So why we need to know about this all the time? Even then, why interview panel asks basic questions on tenses? So I would like to give you an example with the most frequently asked any question in the interview. Most probably the first question will be, tell me about yourself. Even for a self introduction, the first question, you need to know the basic tenses to use it proper English. For example, you can always begin with I am from, I am studying, I have done this much, I have done this courses, I will be doing this, I want to become this. So for a basic introduction itself, you are going to begin with the present, that is I am. Then you will go with present continuous, I am studying, I am pursuing my degree. Then you will talk about the past perfect or present perfect, the things that you have done so far. For that, perfect tenses is needed. Whenever you talk about your ambition, your goals, then you are going to use future. So here we will look at all the basic tenses and where to use the tenses perfectly. So basically, past, present and future has 4 forms in it. It makes up 12 tenses: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So based on this, we have sentence structure. Based on the meaning that you want, usage is defined. So this is the outline about tenses. So tense is nothing more than the time. So we always know that time flows in this direction. So past will have a definite line, present will have a definite line. So at this moment is present. Whatever happens after is future, before is past. So let's assume today is 19/12/2022. This is our present. From 18, 17, 16 all the way to 2000, all the way to the year the count begin 0. This is past. This 18, 17, 16 or something like 2021, last November, these are called recent past. These are past. You need to know the difference between the recent past and the past that you always use. Why we need it is based on few grammar tenses, we can change the meaning by using a simple past tense to talk about past or present. So I'll give you more example on that. You don't have to think too much about it. So before we go into past tense, let me talk about something very important in the tense when you learn about tense. Because this verb, this part of speech is basically defines grammar. Because verb have forms. It has different forms, right? It has present form. In present we have singular, we have plural, we have past, we have continuous, we have past participle. So based on the verb form only we can tell the time in any sentence. For example, let's say does, do, did. If you simply add ing, it becomes continuous. If you just add same thing, for example, let's say if it is a regular or irregular verb, based on this, if it is same, played, past participle is also played, then this is called regular verb, this is called irregular verb. You need to know this difference, because without knowing this we cannot write perfect. Without knowing continuous we cannot create continuous. For simple we need to know the singular and plural. So verb defines the tense. If you take a simple sentence, I play volleyball, I can simply add words I will play and call it future. So future includes certain words, past includes verb form, I played. So if I'm going to be using these kind of words, for example, whenever you are writing continuous, you are going to be using supportive verbs. I am playing, I was playing. Just one moment, let me close this. I was playing. So basically a simple verb alone in the sentence. This is what we talked about, sentence structure. I played, I am playing, and so on. So it entirely depends on the verb to tell about the time. So in past we have timeline of this. In the timeline, this is present. Till this moment it is past. From the moment forward it is future. So we are going to talk about the time over here. In this time, you can have different time zones. Let's take 4 years. Now it is 2022. Let's assume this is 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018. For just any reference, we can have this as 2000 as well, no issue. So whatever happened before today, so this is 19th 12 or 19th December. So from yesterday it is past. So where we can use this past, and we already told there are 4 tenses in the past, that is simple. So let's begin with our simple. Let's say I studied 10th in 2018. This is simple past. You don't have to say anything more. You can just use the word in past tense and it implies it happened in the past. But if you want to mention the year, you can also mention I studied 10th standard in 2018. It is correct. It can be any year, 2019, 2020, 2021. It is correct. You can even say 2020, but before December, before today. This is the advantage of past simple. An action that took place at a particular time in the past. It can be any time, but it happened only for a moment. It did not happen for a long time, it happened only for a moment. So now you can talk about continuous past. Continuous past is nothing more than an action that takes place for a period of time. It can be, let's say this is 2000 till 2010. I was playing volleyball. So when I use playing, so it needs to be a continuous action. You can use time from using the words like from 2000 to 2010. From 2000 is more than enough. So advantage of continuous is you can talk about a period of time. When you are using continuous, you also should know verbs that does not have ing form. You should not use certain words. For example, loving, understanding. For example, if I'm using I am loving, I am understanding, these are meaningless because words like love, understand, these are called state. In which state I am right now, what I feel right now. So these words will not have ing form. So please mind when you write continuous form. So the next one is perfect. So the beauty of past here is you can combine first action, second action, third action and fourth action. No matter how many actions you have, you can combine it in a single sentence. For example, I played cricket when others played hockey. So it is a very simple sentence. I am using two actions, 1 and 2. So past can combine two actions. Now we know that both the clauses are in past. To differentiate which one happened first, we are going to be using perfect tense. The usage of perfect tense, you have to use the verb in past participle form. That is very important. For example, I went to temple. When I say this becomes simple past. Meaning is somewhere in the past I have gone to a temple. So when I say perfect past perfect else, I should be using I. What is the past participle form of went is? Gone to temple. Here you need a supporting verb, that is had. So beauty of past, you don't have to confuse singular or plural. Whatever the subject is, the supporting verb here will be had. So I had gone to the temple, then I went to see Avatar. So this is the first action. Here I am using simple past, so this is the second action. So when you are combining past two actions, the first action should be perfect. The second action, whatever the second action you take, it can be simple past, past continuous, sometimes perfect continuous as well. So what are the words that I can use to mention time in the past perfect? Time related words, since. You can sometimes also use, just a moment. When, while, after, before. These kind of words can be used to give you a meaning. So if you want, I can also give you the general format like you have seen before. For simple past, it is subject plus verb plus object. If it is continuous, past continuous, you have to have subject plus was, were plus verb ing plus object. Past perfect, you need subject plus had plus verb in past participle form plus object. So when you are writing perfect, please make sure you are using proper past participle. Don't use past. For example, I have saw. This is wrong. What I have to write is I had seen. So here see must be there. So the next tense in the past is past perfect continuous. So the action started in the past continued for a while, and another action. This continuous action used is called perfect continuous. You can simply use it as continuous as well. To combine it and make it more meaningful, you can say, for example, I had been living in Chennai. If I say this, the meaning here is, this is the first part, this is the first action, followed by then or after. Then I am going to go with my second sentence. I moved to Bangalore. So here, when I say had been living, it is completed. Now I am not there. So this is the advantage of past. Next comes the present. Whatever happens at the moment is called present. Where we can use the simple present? I care about something. You can say, for example, I watch a movie. I play chess. I drive a car. Whatever happens in this particular moment, that is past simple. When you are talking about, present simple. When you are talking about continuous action that you started right now and it goes on for a period of time. For example, this class started at 6, it is going to be ending at 7. So this continuous timeline is called present continuous. So when you are talking about the moment from now to a point of time in the future, that is present continuous. So here also, when you are writing continuous, you are going to be using supportive verbs based on the subject, singular or plural. He is driving. They are worrying about your future. So depending on the singular plural, you are going to be using supportive verbs. So when it happens at the moment, it is present simple. When it happens for a duration forward in time, it is present continuous. Then you are going to talk about present perfect. So present perfect is a little bit complicated because most people always make a mistake. We'll use the same example as earlier. I went to temple, or I have gone to the temple. So this is past, and this also implies the action is completed in the past. So what is the difference between using simple past and present perfect? So present perfect can be used for one or two cases. The most commonly used present perfect is for recently completed action, or it can be a experience. So how can I say whether it is recently done or done in the past? By using present perfect, that means you have recently done the action. For example, I have visited Taj Mahal. This is a classic example, meaning it is a experience or it is recently done. It can have one or two meanings, that is recently done action or it is a experience once you had. So if you know this difference, it is very easier to clear tenses questions. So if you have any doubt in present perfect and simple past, please mention it in the comment. I'll explain a little bit further. So the next is present perfect continuous. Just like we saw for past perfect, if I say I have been living in Bangalore for 4 years. Here the meaning is from 4 years, that is, let's say 2018 till 2022, this continuous duration I have been living in Bangalore. So living in Bangalore is the tense here. Have been is used to mention the perfect continuous, that is this duration, the action that started in the past happening till now. So now you can differentiate, I think. If I use I had been living, then the action started in the past and ends in the past. It won't come till now. It will finish in the future itself. Sorry, it will finish in the past itself. So action starting from past and carried to the moment, it is called present perfect continuous. So let me say it again. A movement that happens in the moment, at this time, at now, is present perfect. Sorry, present simple. This can be used for facts, quotes, whatever the action that you do now at the moment. If it is continuous, from now till a point of time in the future, this is future by the way. For example, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. now. This duration you can mention it in continuous. For continuous, again you are using suppletive verb is, are for singular and plural. If it is perfect, it can be for one or two reasons, that is recently completed action, or it can be a once in a lifetime experience that you wish to share. That is, it can be here, it can be here, nothing to worry. But if the action is continued till this time, then it is called perfect continuous. This is all about present. Let's see one or two examples, then you will understand this. Let me explain the future tense now. So if you have any queries, please drop it in the comment box. So anything apart from the present, this is present. From this time forward, this is future. For future, you can use different words for future simple like will, shall, may, sometimes can be used, but will and shall will be used most commonly. Example, let's say I will go to the gym. For example, I am not saying when, but I am saying I will go. So using the word will here, I am saying this as a future. if I say I shall go, this becomes opinion. So will is the better word here. So now if it happens at a particular moment in the future, it is future simple. But from this time, from present to a particular time in the future, this is called present continuous, right? We already saw from 6 to 7, this is present continuous. But from 7 to 9, because it is not 7 o'clock right now, we are still in this transition time. So from a point of time in the future to the point of time again in the future, this is called future perfect. For example, he will be working in Amazon for 4 years. So he will be working in Amazon for 4 years, but we are not saying when. You can also use the time when. For example, here in 2025, he will be working in Amazon for some time. So this is called future perfect, future continuous. So the next one is future perfect. Future perfect is not a plan, it is kind of a result. I will have, so this is the form. Will is for future, have is for perfect, will have worked. Again, past participle, this is for future, this is for tense, this is past participle verb, let's say Google. So when 2025 comes, I would have finished working in Google. I would have joined it, I would have worked. So future perfect says an action will be completed in the future at what particular time. That is very important in future perfect. So future perfect continuous, this form exists only in writing. So action that started in the past, continued to the present, continued all the way to the future. You know when it began and also when it ends. This is called future perfect continuous. For example, by next month, I will have been working by next month I will have been working for 10 years. So this is 2012, let's say this is 2023. So this entire duration is 10 years, let's say 11. So when next year comes, by next month I will have been working for 10 years. So the action started in the past, continued for all the time now, and near future this month it is completed, 10 years. So let's see some questions so that you can understand. There are different ways to ask questions in this. The most common thing is fill in the blanks that you are seeing now. You can have multiple blanks. Most commonly you will get 1 or 2 blanks, sometimes 3 as well. The second type is you'll be asked a question with the verb in the bracket. You have to look at the verb and then solve the question using correct or appropriate tense. So, how to solve tense based questions in an interview, round 1 aptitude? So, you need to understand what is the time they are talking. Time will not be given like 6 a.m., 10 a.m. or 2023, yesterday, today, always. So, how to read the sentence and understand whether it has happened in the past or they are talking about present or future. So, let's look at the first question. I hope you dash well. Yes. So, when you are asked a question, the positive affirmation is given. Yes. Please note for that. I dash L for 2 weeks. So, when you use the word for, this is for period of time. You can also use words like since. This talks about beginning time. For example, the famous brand, Raymond since 1947. So this is the origin of Raymond. So this is beginning or origin time. So for is for duration. I now dash well. So you can take any blank first and look for the suitable option. I hope you felt well. This is the first option. This is in past. I feel well. I hope you feel well. This is in present. This is continuous. This is continuous. This is also continuous. This is for singular. This is for plural. This is for past. So I hope you was feeling well is wrong. You is feeling well is also wrong because this subject will always go with plural are. So if it was past, you were well is the correct answer. So why we are avoiding I hope you felt well? If you are in the live, please respond. I hope you feel well. Let's assume A, B and D options. Let's take option A. I hope you felt well. Yes, I was ill for 2 weeks. Now I is well. So the last option, if you look at this, I is well is wrong. So elimination wise, this is also eliminated. Now we have two options, am. So which one is correct? Now you can check with the second option. I hope you feel well. I is ill. I is ill is again wrong. It should be I have been ill for 2 weeks is the correct. I am ill is also correct, but here I have been ill is used because the time is for 2 weeks. So if you take present, for 2 weeks I have been ill. Now from this moment forward I am well. So again let me explain once. So first option, I hope you felt well is in the past. So if it is in the past, let's follow through. Yes, I was ill for 2 weeks is okay. Now I is well. So it does not agree with the subject I here. So we are rejecting it. If you take the second sentence, I hope you feel well. Yes, I is. Again, this is wrong. So we are eliminating. I hope you is. This is subject verb agreement error. So this cannot be right. I hope you are feeling well. Yes, I have been ill for 2 weeks. Now I am well. This is correct. I was feeling is again subject verb agreement. I hope you were feeling well is the correct one. Yes, I was ill for 2 weeks. Now I had been well. If it is in past, we can change it into perfect. So it is in present here. So this is also wrong. So if you have any doubts on the first question, please comment. Let me move to the second question. It is going to rain. I dash glad I space my umbrella with me today. So you have to notice few words here. For example, it is going to rain is future because of the word going to. Here present is given, this is but considered as future. It is going to, it is going to happen. So you can consider it as present or future. So you have options am, is, are, is. I are, no. I is, no. I am is the better option. It is going to rain. I am glad. I takes. This is wrong because subject verb agreement. For subject I, it is not I place. It is always I play. Because I is considered to have two meaning, that is you and me. So I will always have plural verb. For example, I go, I see, I visit. It will never be I goes, I see, I visits. These are all wrong. So based on this subject, your options are very limited, that is with me today. So again present is given. So we are going with option B because only this represents the perfect present. So I know it was going to rain, so I had my umbrella. That is in past. So here it is used with me today. So today is given, so till this moment. So have taken is the correct answer. Next question. Is this your first visit to London? No. I space here several times before and I space quiet at home in London. So is this your first visit to London? Look at the question types. So it is used with yes or no question. The answer is no. It is negative here. You have to follow through. I was here several times before. I have been here several times before. Had been, has been, were. I were here. Is it correct? I was here is correct. Only I is considered plural in singular in present. In past it is always I was. It can never be I were. Were is wrong. I was is correct. So please note it. So grammatically the last option is eliminated. Now you can look at the other options. For example, no, I has been. This is also wrong because again in present perfect you will be using I have been. So has been is wrong. So you have two options, have been, had been. So why not A? Can anybody say? I was here several times before and I have felt quite at home. Anybody in the chat? Hita, Chandana, Ashish, Ash. Okay. Answer is B. Okay. Why you think we are going with have been here several times before? Why perfect? Answer is correct, people. B is correct. And by the way, when you are responding, please respond along with the question number so that it is easy to mark. Okay, explanations are the toughest. B is correct, people. Come up with the explanation. If you want the explanation, please ask in the chat. I'll give you one. Fourth question. I'm sorry, the house is not available any longer. It dash to a timber tycoon. It was being sold to a timber tycoon. It will be sold. Is sold. It has been sold. Again, perfect tense. Please think. Was being sold is wrong. Obviously, it cannot be sold for a duration. It is a movement based on the verb. It was being sold. No, it is not available any longer. So it is not available any longer. It will be sold. It is future. Perfect. No, it is not correct. Is sold. No. Is present. This is in past. So no. By process of elimination, your answer is has been sold because of any longer. So if you take a timeline from this moment forward, not available. So here it is sold. So this is the answer, has been sold. So from the past all the way to the moment now, recently. The meaning here for usage is Chandana 4C. No, this is wrong because is and sold are completely different. This is present, this is in past. Next question. Charles spares his father in the shop until the school dash. Charles is helping his father in the shop until the school starts. Okay, continuous is good. Charles helped his father in the shop until school was starting. School was starting. Until the school was starting is wrong. Until the school begins, maybe. No, okay. Let's see option 3. Charles was helping his father in the shop until the school will start. No. Last one, has helped, is starting. So this is where tense is a little bit complicated. Excuse me. So help was starting is wrong because of the word until here. Until is, let's give you an example. Until you start working, you can't afford this place. So meaning here is you have to start. So unless you start, it is not easy. So here it depends on this. So the answer is Charles is helping his father until school starts. So before school starts, Charles is helping his father is the correct one. Has helped. If I'm using Charles has helped, then I should change the following sentence. Charles has helped his father in the shop. I'm sorry, little moment. Charles has helped his father in the shop before the school started. Because before it started, has helped. So what happened first? Charles helped his father. What is going to happen? School is going to begin. So that is very important. So fifth question, option A is the correct one. Next question. Look, a hamster dashed by a cat. A hamster has been chased by the cat, was being chased by the cat, is being chased, is chased. So if you know, I'll give you like 30 seconds. Please try to answer. If you find the answer, please mark the question number 6 and give your response. "30 seconds, people. Try to respond. So if you want, I can eliminate few options to make it easy. Come on, people, someone please answer. Okay, let me eliminate options so that it is easier for you to. So has been chased is wrong. This is a typo. Has been chased is the correct one. If you notice this, then you're good. Was being chased by the cat. No. Is chased by the cat. Again, this is wrong. Was chased by the cat is right. So is being chased is the correct answer. A hamster is being chased. Let me go to the next question. We have only 6 more minutes. Santosh dash yesterday. Didn't come, hadn't come, hasn't come, came not. Obviously, has not come is the correct one. This is wrong form of usage. Hasn't come, think. So here, a time is given for yesterday as yesterday. So this itself is past. So didn't come, hasn't come, hadn't come. Hadn't come, we don't have to use it because we don't have any other second action. We don't have to distinguish. And time is also given. Hasn't come is also not, because you need to stop at a particular moment. So simplest answer is didn't come. It is past simple. Next question. I didn't know anyone in the city where I dash to get. Did try, was trying, would try, have tried. I didn't know anyone. So it is in past, did it, do past tense of do, where I space to get. I did try to get, was trying to get, would try to get, have tried. Would try is conditional. This is not required because already we have did. It is in past, so have tried, present perfect, not needed because past is given. Where I did try to get or was trying to get. This is simple past. This is past continuous. So did plus try, commonly we can say I tried, where I tried to get. So I did try itself is wrong, so was trying is the correct answer. Next question. Jeff is from London. He lived space there all his life. Jeff is from London is in present. He lives, he had lived, he has lived, he have lived. So let's start with elimination. He have lived. Have is for plural. So this is a mistake, easily recognized. He lives there all his life. So when you say all his life, this is a duration. So you cannot go with, I'm sorry, you cannot go with I'm really sorry, there is some technical glitch. My tool has been changed. So had lived, has lived. So the meaning of had lived is wrong because he is not there anymore. He stopped living, either dead or not in London. That is the meaning of had lived. So still he is there, so has lived is the correct option. Present perfect. Let's see the next question. John and Peggy read space the book. Now they can watch the film. So these are the second type of question where they will give you the verb and ask you to use the proper tense. So if anybody can solve it, please try. This is the last question, so just try and solve it. Let me remind you again, you can find the link of Telegram channel, quiz link in the description. Please join the Telegram channel for giving feedbacks, taking the quiz, following updates. If you want directly, you can go to the daily quiz from the description and try your quiz. This kind of practice will help you improve. So the last question answer will be have just read. Peggy and John have just read the book because now they can watch the film. So they have just now completed, now they can do something else. This is in perfect, this is in present. That is, so if I say was reading, that is wrong. John and Peggy read the book is in past. They watched the film, and they watched the film is more meaningful. Had read is okay, but followed now it is wrong. Since it is now, we are using the word just read the book. So thank you, people. If you have any doubts, please leave it in the comment section. We can look into it and solve